Welcome all. Today we are CEOs dreaming of running a successful business as we take a look at Ground Floor. And this game sees us hiring, firing, marketing, maybe producing, selling, constructing, and a host of other business activities as we try to outsmart our competitors in this ever-changing economic environment. Now, this one is heavy complexity, plays 2 to 6, and it says 90 to 150 minutes, which is optimistic with a higher player count, but achievable with 2 to 3 players from my games. And we've got the designer and the publisher there as well. Now, to note, this is the first edition version. Here we go. Let's take a closer look then. Okay, what have we got? We've got the main board of all these skyscrapers where we'll be scheduling our business as CEOs and we will be conducting business there. We've got our actual ground floor here and our skyscraper, which will be hoping to get those additional floors, to get all those VPs and that corner office, hopefully. And those will have a trigger end at the end of the game as well, which is an option. Or you've got these 9 rounds, which are split into 3 sections as you bring out a better levels and tenant improvements. You've got your CEO just here, and this is where you're keeping track of your employees, which gives you more time, but less money as you go up. Your ground floor has various rooms you can use as many times as you want, and you send time markers there to do those tasks, and you undertake these straight away. So how's the turn going to work then? The first thing we do is receive income based on where our CEO is. So these guys are going to get 6 money, and these guys are going to get 6 money. But let's say you'd hired loads of people, you're going to get -3 here. So depending on how many people you get is how much income you will attain. Next thing, hire employees. So the most popular player, which is red in this case, gets first dibs on the job market. So it's going to cost them where the marker is at the moment, 5 money and 5 information to be able to move this marker up. And you'll put one of these tokens here to say you've hired someone, but they've not been trained yet. And that's what that represents. And you can go and train them, move that away, and you have the potential to get more markers on future rounds. So I'll leave that there for now. And when you do hire someone, this will go to the right. So it's now more expensive for other players. Yellow's up and they're like, right, I'm not paying 6 and 6. No, I'm not hiring. It then goes back around. So it goes back to red. They're like, no, I'll leave it. My free-player game, keeps going round, you pass or you're going to buy again and again or whatever it is, depending on how expensive that job market is. Now, the board here tells you exactly what you're going to be doing. It's really good. Next thing, schedule business. So if you schedule business here, you do it straight away. You schedule business here, you will do that on the next phase, which is conduct business. So what can we do then? We can go to our ground floor. We could go assemble. We spend 3 time markers. So we send those there. We literally get a cube. We take a cube, we have to store it. That's why we've got a storage closet. In this case, these guys can go there because they've got 2, because they've remodeled that room. Well, it was one of their special abilities on their starting retail storage speciality, they are known as. Whereas these guys are publishing. So their starting benefit was a remodel of their advertising, which gives them a slight perk. So a bit of asymmetrical going on as you start up with a certain type of industry you're in and where you're going to remodel. We can train, which these guys need to do. Now, these guys have gone first, so yep, spent their 3, goes over to the next. Well, I should have gone red first because it's based on the most popular player. I got excited. So let's start with red then. They want to go and train. So they put 2 time markers there. It tells you how many to spend, and you have to spend all of them. And they're going to train an employee, so they're going to move this away, which means they're all trained up, ready for next round. Back to yellow then. So we're just doing what we did originally, is put these 3 here for assembly. Then it goes back around. Now, interestingly, if it's, say, a 3-4 player game, it's not clockwise. It's based on how popular your company is. Back to reds. They've still got time markers. They're going to go maybe to the meeting room, spend 1 of these. They're going to get 1 information, which is key. Maybe they want to go to advertising and put 1 there, and they get 1 extra in networking. Or if they send 2 time, they can put 1 in print, which will make sense in a minute. They could go to research and testing. You spend a cube and 1 of these to get free information, which we will do. So we take free information, boom. Back around to yellows. So we've kind of demonstrated what all these do. We're now going to go to the board and see what we can do here. consulting firm then. If you place a token here, you work your way from the top to the bottom, you pay the cost, $6 in this case, and that's it. You just leave it there. We'll demonstrate what that does in a minute. Advertising agency. You place your dude at the top, work your way down if other players want to go there, and you'll pay the cost of 1 and 1, and there'll be more costs in a minute depending on where you go. Marketing bonus. You will get that bonus depending on if it's 3, 4 player game plus 2 player game. It's a variant if you decide to use this, but we'll go through that in a minute. Now you don't have to do these in order. I'm just working left to right as to where you can go. Warehouse you could go. You go from 1 to 4 and you literally pay the money, all the information, and you'll be getting a cube during the conducting the business. Factory then, schedule your business. So you need to spend 2 money, 2 information, and a cube. Hopefully, you need the cube, and you'll place a marker there, and that is important because this is giving you the opportunity you've got that business to be able to put a product in these retail outlets, and depending on where you put it and how many consumers there are, will sell for loads of money, hopefully. So let's say we do go here. Yeah, is it yellows? I can't remember whose turn it is, but let's say they pay the 2 money, 2 information, hopefully they got it, and a cube, which they did. Boom. Leave it there for now. We'll do this bit after because we're still scheduling our business. Now, if you went to the construction company, it's going to cost you 4 money and 4 information to put just a token there. You haven't even spent the money to get the improvements or the floors. And there is no floors there. You'd have to wait till round 2 before more became available. I should add in this 2-player game, there's only 1 type of floor, and we'll go through I'll show you some of them in a minute. So we're scheduling business, Reds up, they're like, right, I want to go to advertising here. They're going to put, they're going to spend 2 markers, and they're going to put 1 in the print. Yellows are up, they're like, okay, I'm going to go and spend 1 information here to get a cube, which I'll get in a minute. So I'm not going to do all the admin, but let's just say they spent that. These guys are up, like, okay, what do I want to do? 2 markers, let's go here. And before you go here, you want to check that you got the right amount of information or money to be able to do stuff there. They've got no products and they're scheduled business. Oh, no, they've already paid for that. So let's just say these guys, they're going to go to the meeting room, get 1 information. So let's just say Reds used all the time markers, but Yellow's still got them. So they go again and again and again until they've used all their time markers. So we've gone through all the spots there. Let's just chuck these here. Where should we go? Meeting rooms, get some information, advertising. And then we're going to put 1 of these over here in networking. There we go. You have scheduled business, conduct business then. So these are all instantly. Now, during your turn as well, the board reminds you can spend free money and free information to upgrade 1 of these. And there's loads. They give you, assembly. You can spend only 2 time now to get 1 of these. So each 1 of these you can upgrade, and they got VPs on them as well. And also, when you get to this construction company, you can build some of these tenant improvements, which you can place either on an empty floor if you've got one, or you can put them on here as well. But once you cover them up, you're not going to attain the benefits of what that department does. But you still get the VPs if you've remodeled. Okay, conducting business. You're going to work your way from A all the way to H. So we start at the consulting firm. Literally, you just bump all these ones here across. And any that come off are going to get 10 information. So yellow, boom, 10 information. Very nice. Advertising agency. You start from the bottom upwards and they pick which 1 of these 3 they're going to go in. If they go networking, they put that there. They add another 1, which reminds you there. And let's say we do that. We've now got 4 markers there. We go to the next token. They're like, okay, I'm going to go to print. Put that there and pay the cost 1 and 1. So you've already paid that and you're paying this as well. If they did come to broadcast, you pay 2 and 2 and then you leave your cube there. Now what's going to happen? So if it ends up like this, you literally start with, I think it's networking, working way down, or it's whoever's popularity. You're going to get, in this case for networking, for every 3 of these time markers, you're going to get 1 movement up on here. And if you had the most time markers there, you're going to get a bonus. Now, whoever has actually attained that bonus moves all of their markers off. So yellow will just remain there for the next round. So they've got a sort of head start for that time they've put into the advertising. Next, printing. They need 2 to go up, so they're not going to attain that one. Broadcast, you only need 1. So they're going to go at 1 here, and they're going to go at 1 again, because they are the most popular, well, the most majority in that section. So that's how the advertising works, and it gives you more popularity, and that's needed because it gives you, in a larger player count, access to these bonuses and sort of first dibs on things and first doing stuff. Okay, so we've done advertising, marketing bonus. Yeah, the most popular player goes first. You can either remodel for a bonus of 1 and 1 rather than the 3 and 3. You get a cube, you get too many, 2 information, or a temporary time marker for next round. But the last or the least popular player is not going to get anything. So you do that. Warehouse then. This player, boom, they get a cube, done. They need the capacity, which they haven't. Well, they have in this case. Factory then. So starting with player 1, working your way down. If there was more, you're going to pick one of these prices. Now there's three rows. And the consumers, now let's just say, it was like this. Red went there first. So Red's like, I can see the stable market, and it's telling us in a 2-player game there's between 1 and 3 consumers who are going to demand products. So I'm going to put one here on 10. I know I'm the most popular. Let's go 12, actually. It's them again. They're like, yeah, let's just go 16. Chance our luck. Yellows are thinking, right, I'm not the most popular. As a company, there's potentially only one, as a minimum, there's one consumer who wants a product, but maximum 3. Let's go here and just be sure they're definitely going to get $8. So we've done factory, which is schedule these. We then do the economic forecast. So we reveal this, and it's going to tell us in a 2-player game, there's 3 consumers, so there's 3 markets that are all going to get something. Now, if there was only 2 consumers who are demanding, it would only be 2 tokens that pay out, and the most expensive one wouldn't actually have sold their product. So what's going to happen then? You look at that consumer is after the cheapest product, but the most attractive company in that range. So we start here. These guys are the cheapest, and they're going to get it. $8. Put your token away, you get money. These guys, let's just say, well, they're going to get, all of them are going to get money. But if it was this, and there was only one product, and this is how it looked. No one's in this category. That's the cheapest one. We look at the next category. Now, there's 2 different colours in there, but there's only one product. Who's going to get it? Well, red is the most popular. They are going to sell it even though the price is slightly more, 12 over 10. And that's kind of how pricing works and who sells what. Now, if any tokens are remaining, you have to drop it down into the next row. And, if you're in this row and you come here, you immediately get $3. If you're up here, it comes of your choice somewhere in here. And on the next round, hopefully, you can sell it if the market demands it. Construction company then. So you paid that 4 and 4. You now have a chance to build either one of these or one of these, depending on how many tokens you put there. So we've only put 1 token. Are we going to go for a tenant improvement? No, we don't want to cover up any of these. Well, let's say they didn't have this one. They don't want to cover up any of them, and they haven't got any spaces. Now, this one would have got you a free one as well, I should add. A floor, let's say you're in round, level 2s here, and there's all these ones. You're going to pick one of these, some A stuff in here. An in-house factory, you can spend 2 time in a marker, and you can place one of these straight away here without paying them costs. Assembly line, you can put a token here just to get one of those products. That's cheap. So loads of good stuff in there. But what you would do, if you'd come here to construct one of these, you'd take this. You've already paid your 4 and 4, and this reminds you of how much it's going to cost you. You need to spend 2 money and 2 information before you've even built the floor. And then it's going to cost you 2 more money and 2 more information per floor. So if we place this one, that's our second floor. So you include the ground floor. So that's 4 and 4, and we've already spent that as well. So that's how you're going to develop these levels. You build another one. It's going to cost you 2 and 2 per floor. And this one's just a speciality tile. It doesn't count. And remember, 5 floors you've built, which would be 7 of these in total, will trigger the game end or the 9 rounds. So we've gone through the construction company. We then we've conducted all our business, we're reorganising, so we downsize. Now, if we wanted to fire one of our employees because we're not getting enough money, we can just go boom, done. We're getting 6 money next time. We reset the time markers, so we take all these off. That one's gone. We leave those there, and we leave those there. We update the board, so we stock the warehouse. You only ever put 1 out, and it's on the most expensive spot. Adjust your popularity, so these are going to go down 1. And assess the job market, so this one's going to tell us there's 0 unemployed, so it's not moving. If it was 1 unemployed, you just move it to the left. Forecast the economy, we get rid of that one, bring a new one out, face down, remember, so we can see we've got a stable market, and the recession is coming. And we are done. We go back around to get your income, back around to hiring employees, with Reds going first because they're most popular, and you keep going. Once you get to 9 rounds or someone's built 5 of those floors, whoever has the most VPs is the winner. Now, VPs come from your floors here. You can see they've got little markers 5 and 5. Your upgraded, your remodeled rooms have VPs on them as well. And each free money and free information is going to give you 1 VP. There we are, ground floor. Enjoy.